shouldn't go in there.
Which means we're obviously going in there.
Come on.
Hello everyone, welcome to potentially the last Camp Cretaceous video of 2021. Basically, this whole year of 2021 we've been producing loads of Camp Cretaceous content, and as you guys can tell, it's definitely aided the channel by a lot. We've gone from 20,000 subscribers at the start of 2021 to 115,000 subscribers at the end of 2021, and I simply cannot thank you guys enough. So, fingers crossed that we can hit 200,000 by the end of 2022. If you enjoyed Jurassic World Dominion, Jurassic World Evolution 2, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, basically anything Jurassic World, feel free to press that subscribe button for more Jurassic World content. But for today's video, this video is going to be very similar to what we discussed way back in around June time, just after Camp Cretaceous Season 3. Or I think the actual video was before Season 3 but after the trailer, one or the other. And that topic was basically, why did the campers not get rescued from Isla Nublar? Why didn't anybody go and search for them? And way back when, we were discussing why this didn't happen, why nobody decided to rescue these campers, and we decided to compare it to Jurassic Park 3. The whole reason why the Kirby family couldn't go onto Isla Sorna and rescue Eric Kirby was simply because they told them to accept the inevitable and they didn't want anybody going to that island. So I suspect a similar protocol is actually being used here for Isla Nublar. I suspected that if they didn't get off the island, the Costa Rican and the American governments are both saying accept the inevitable to the families and do not go to that island. So unfortunately, despite Dave and Roxy knowing that the kids were alive, upon leaving the island, nobody was allowed to go capture the kids. And I thought that was a very solid theory that kind of makes sense, you know, since Isla Nublar isn't really in use anymore. But then again, how did Dr. Wu be able to get to the island in Season 3 and also in Fallen Kingdom? So with that theory, there are very minor plot holes there, especially with Dr. Wu arriving onto the island. But what if I were to tell you that that theory is somewhat true, and we now have an official reason as to why nobody went to search for these campers who were left on the island? This official reason comes from the showrunner himself, Scott Creamer, who was discussing in an interview with Jurassic Outpost about what happened after the kids were stranded on Isla Nublar, and why nobody went to rescue them. So quickly, we will roll the clip so you guys can hear what Scott Creamer had to say about this.
Early days, and it didn't end up making it into one of our early seasons. But the idea, pulling back the curtain, is that there were infrared scans done on the island while the kids were down in the tunnels dealing with Tora. Was always and it just, there never seemed to be a way to kind of get that information out where it didn't just feel like exposition. But that was, you know, in our minds, when the kids were down, they did, and all that showed up were, you know, reptiles. And so in our mind, that's how we justified the Marines not showing up to come rescue these kids.
Now, as you guys just saw there, Scott Creamer had to say that there were actually some infrared scans being done on the island to check if anybody was alive. The only things that came back were reptilians, which were obviously dinosaurs, and unfortunately no heat signatures for humans were detected. So what I assume happened is that this was done, the officials did this, and then the authorities went to the families and said that unfortunately your kids are dead, they are not on Isla Nublar. I know, very morbid. When the actual truth was that they weren't being picked up by the infrared scanners because they were underground in the tunnels dealing with the Toro chase scene. Either way, at the end of the day, everybody who was on that island that knew about these campers, and everybody who knew about these campers anyway, were told that these campers unfortunately didn't make it off the island alive and were in fact confirmed to be dead. Now, this actually does match up to what we saw in Camp Cretaceous Season 4. As you guys know, we had a scene with Brandon, who is the brother of Darius, saying, "I can't believe it, he's alive," when he just got off the phone call to Darius. Which means that they've either accepted the inevitable that these campers are dead after not seeing them for 6 months, or they were confirmed and they were told by the authorities to their family that these campers are dead. So that shows why Brandon was in big dismay and was gobsmacked to hear that Darius was alive. It's clear that he was told, or he's either accepted the inevitable, that Darius is dead, but now all of a sudden he knows that Darius is alive. However, with that being said, the official reason as to why these campers were deemed dead and the whole reason why nobody was sent to the island to rescue these campers was because of infrared scannings, and unfortunately the campers were not on the main land, they were underground when the infrared scans happened. But if you guys notice, Ben wasn't with the campers at this point in time. He was above ground. So that makes me question, why didn't Ben's heat signature get picked up by these sort of infrared scanners? Why wasn't Ben found? Clearly, if you were scanning the whole island with infrared, you would be able to see human body heat signatures. And even just one would be able to show up, not a mass cluster of 6. So surely they must have known that Ben was alive. So this makes me think that either they did see Ben and they decided not to rescue Ben and they're lying behind the scenes just to make this kid die off or something, or these contraptions weren't in fact working and they weren't able to scan Ben who was above ground. So that's just a little plot hole right there. Anyways, either way, that is the official reason. There might be a little bit of plot holes here and there, but hopefully they'll be explained later down the line. The official reason why nobody was sent to the island is because the campers were deemed as dead, since they did not pop up on the infrared scanners that were being used to see if anybody was alive on Isla Nublar after the fall of Jurassic World. So this means Dave, Roxy, Brandon, Darius's mum, Yaz's mum, and many more, all of these people were told that the campers sadly perished in the fall of Jurassic World. And I do wonder about Dave and Roxy, because the last they saw were the campers heading towards the dock on the monorail, so clearly they must think that something bad happened whilst they were on that monorail or just as they came off it. Either way, we know the official answer. These campers were in fact alive after the fall of Jurassic World. They've made their way over to this new Manticorp Island, and now hopefully at the end of season 5, since this will be the last season, we'll be able to see these campers finally get some rest, get some break, and get onto the mainland, and then probably wait a couple years and then dinosaurs are on the mainland that they now have to deal with. So yeah, these kids can't really catch a break. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching today's Camp Cretaceous video. If this is the last video that you watch of me in 2021, Happy New Year to you all. Thank you so much for 2021, it has been a blast. We've hit over 100,000 subscribers, which I never thought would be possible. And hopefully in 2022 you stick by this channel and enjoy the content that is coming, because 2022 is definitely going to be a big one. We have Camp Cretaceous Season 5, Jurassic World Dominion, Jurassic World Evolution 2 DLC, and also a rumoured Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous video game, which is going to be interesting. Either way, if you haven't yet done so, do subscribe and let me know your thoughts of this reason in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like the video whilst you're there, but most importantly, make sure you're staying safe out there. And I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.